Hi, Mr. Gross. So I would like to learn how did the idea come up to prepare these kind of reports? So what are the challenges in Europe now, today?
First of all, you have to remember that we always tried every 2 years, since 6 years, to have a basic discussion on the state of democracy. And when I thought about, together with a Swedish colleague, about 1 year ago, we felt that Europe is in a crisis, that's clear. Citizens don't take Europe anymore as a solver of a problem, they see it as a problem in itself. You should not forget that Europe was ready to spend 700 billions of euros to save the banks, but only has 7 billions to save the unemployments, who are today in 3-4 countries. You have more than 50% of the young people who have no job. That is unacceptable. And we also foresaw the fact that for the first time in the history of the European Union, the Parliament will have 1/3 of anti-Europeans. And that's why the first point was we want a debate about Europe and democracy after the parliamentary elections to the European Parliament. And second, because I know the history of the Council of Europe very well, I always knew that the project which made the Council of Europe was much bigger than what happened. It was a European federation, what they wanted to do. And this did not happen out of different reasons. But today it's very interesting to think about these roots, because when you are conscious about these roots, you know the weaknesses of today's structures, of today's institutions, which make people alienated from Europe, because a treaty is a agreement between governments, including perhaps the parliamentarians, but never the citizens. And the constitution-based cooperation, which was the idea from the origin, which was not was not possible in the Cold War, that was a constitution means together with the people, including the people. And that's why I thought we have to have the courage to come back to this federal idea, because this federal idea is much richer for the future than many Europeans think, because federalism is a term which in the Anglo-Saxon world has been spoiled by the American notion, which is a centralistic notion. And the continental understanding is much more decentralized, much more balancing powers and not centralizing powers.
What can be the main role of Council of Europe in this perspective?
The Council of Europe the Parliamentary Assembly is the real place to debate this, because sharing power, balancing power is always an affair also of national parliamentarians, of national structures. That's why when you want to reform Europe in this way, you have to start the debate at home, in the capitals, and that's why it's the best place. And I'm very happy that many agree to this hypothesis.
Thank you so much for joining us.